So this friend of mine, he really enjoys, like, we play ice hockey together. Like, he's physically active. He doesn't have like the discipline to get up and get going, maybe. Enjoys sports, loves tennis. He always feels like really good. So like some of that exercise dopamine hit, like that feel good. What if he's not getting that? Or you're saying it could possibly lead to that more after he starts taking it? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
are you concerned that taking Ozempic or a GLP-1 agonist is going to impact the dopamine hit he gets from exercise when he does engage in it?
Or so he's not getting that high anymore because, maybe at first he's not exercising. The goal is, hey, start taking this and it could lead to, open up this world of possibilities, like you said. Yeah. But at first he's not getting that. So it's just kind of like, hey, I got to make this part of my routine, and just like taking any other sort of medication or whatever.
Yeah. I to kind of reframe that, I would say it will, if theoretically this person starts taking a GLP-1 with any sort of lifestyle change or lifestyle adjacent sort of change, diet, whatever it is, the stock recommendation is often to not, bite off more than you can chew initially. Right. And so for a lot of people, it is this mad dash to, well, you know what? It's always wrapped in one. I got to start working out. I got to lose weight. I got to go to the grocery store. I got to sleep better. It's like you just get hit and you don't realize how big each one of those things are.
Right.
And we've probably talked 150 hours across all of our episodes about all of those things.
Yep.
So to try to package those into one nice little bow, severely underestimates how challenging it is to do each of those things. So if we look at how hard it is to maintain a health promoting diet, or how foreign it might be to somebody initially, if we look at how much of a change that often entails, then all we're saying is that by using something that kind of just shifts your perception of your hunger basically and changes your appetite, and you're just there's just less of a zest to it around food, I would say, is kind of what occurs for people. Then all that's doing is then opening the door to say, okay, wow, I'm using way less energy on the whole diet thing, that maybe I am a little closer to putting some of my eggs in the basket of an exercise routine, running, whatever it is. So does that kind of,
so you're saying,
I'm not saying I'm not saying that as soon as you go on a medication like this, that it should suddenly be easy to start lifting or suddenly easy to start sleeping better. I just think that I have an appreciation for the bandwidth that it requires to do all of those things all the time. That if there's one of those things that you can kind of you kick it right in the butt, that it sets you up to do the next thing better. He may never have a dopamine rush from a run, or he may not, but again, it should, in theory, in a perfect world, just give him the
starting
the
block,
adequate bandwidth to do the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the Pareto principle of, to whom much is given, all more will be given. From him who has little, all will be taken away. I'm butchering it, but you know what I'm saying. That as you start to succeed, it makes each next success easier.
Like snowball.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a huge, big lever to get that ball rolling, but don't try and do it all at once.
Yeah.
So there is a feeling of like, okay, I feel good about what I'm able to accomplish, or what this helped me accomplish. And now it can really, it can, and hopefully will allow you to build momentum to do some of the things that we think help you live a larger life ultimately.
One more thing at a time, but just one at a time.
Yeah. I'm not a behavior change expert, but again, it is pretty much common practice to tailor the amount of changes that are going to be made, tailor that to what the individual can and theoretically is able to handle at one time.
Right.
We're all going to have different thresholds of what is a big change and what is not a big change. So, as somebody begins a GLP-1, or as they begin to lose weight, let's say, it may make more sense to focus on what sort of things now are you stocking your cabinet with? to say, hey, what are you stocking your cabinet with? What are you shopping for? And what are you eating socially? And did you lift 4 times this week? For an overachiever, like maybe that's not enough for somebody. Maybe they're just like ready to go.
Yeah.
And you lean into that. But if this person is just apprehensive out of the gate, they just have a certain temperament about them that's a lot, then it is, you start with what's theoretically next? What are you stocking your cabinet with?
And most people that have dealt with obesity for a long period of time, being sounds awful, but diving in headfirst to all of the behaviors is not the way to go because it hasn't worked thus far. Most people that I know that are overweight have tried to do all of the things, have drawn the line in the sand 1,000 times, have and it is overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. Wow. What else, Josiah? Keep them coming.
I'm looking forward to this conversation. Yeah, like I said, I think I want to go back, not apologize, but be a little bit more encouraging to him.